Hello, my beloved Std Iii pupils. I am teacher Eric Gerard. I'm going to present science and technology. And today we will discuss on first aid. First aid. Now, don't just confuse this one with our previous topic, HIV/AIDS. No, we are in our new discussion, and that is first aid. Now, let's just see the meaning of first aid. What is first aid? Now, first aid is just an immediate treatment given to a person at the place of accident. Immediate treatment given to a person or injured person at the place of accident. That means whenever a person gets an accident, any kind of accident that we may need to offer first aid, then in the very place that the accident has occurred, the first aid will be offered. Accident may be cutting your hand with a knife or any sharp object, being pierced with a sharp object like nail or broken bottle, getting an accident like being hit by a motorcycle on the way, or being hit by a car, whatever kind of accident. Now, whenever such accident occur, we do give or render first aid. Now, let's see the meaning by writing. Say, first aid is the immediate treatment. The immediate treatment given to a victim. Before taken to the hospital. My dear pupils, we have said, or I have just written here, that first aid is the immediate treatment given to a victim before taken to the hospital. Before the victim is taken to the hospital, we give first aid. This is done, as I say, immediately in the area of accident. Now, let's see the reasons as to why we are giving first aid. Why do we give first aid? Now, reasons for giving first aid. Reasons for first aid. Reasons for first aid. What are the reasons as to why we render first aid? One, to save the life of the victim. To save the life of the victim. Let's write here, number one here, to save the life of the victim. Here, with the word victim, we mean a person who has got an accident. So, one of the main reasons as to why we are giving first aid is to save the life of the victim. Saving life means, if at all we can, then the person should not lose his or her life. So, that is one of the reasons. The other reason, in the second Roman, is to reduce pain. To reduce pain. Remember, at the moment where a victim has an accident, he or she may be undergoing some pain, may be receiving or having some pain. Now, the second reason as to why we can give first aid is to at least reduce that pain. The other reason, our third, is to reduce blood loss. To reduce blood loss. To reduce blood loss. Dear pupils, some of the accidents are accompanied by great blood loss or mild blood loss. Now, one of the major reasons as to why we can give first aid is to reduce the blood loss. Once a victim loses blood, he or she may be in a great problem. Now, that is why one of our main reasons is to make sure we are trying our best to reduce the blood loss. Others may be to bring comfort, to create comfort to the victim. To create comfort to the victim. By creating comfort, my dear pupils, the situation where one is getting accident, remember, he or she may be asking many questions, maybe in a state of discomfort, thinking, who will help me? Will I recover now? By giving first aid, the person may just have a little bit comfort that he or she will recover from the accident. Those are just the main. But now, question can come. What is the main importance of giving first aid? My dear pupils, you may get all these choices available to save life, to reduce blood loss, to reduce pain, to reduce blood loss, to create comfort to the victim. Which answer will you give if at all you have met all these choices in your question? Now, the best choice there will be to save life. Remember, all these reduce pain, reducing blood loss, creating comfort, all these are aiming at saving the life of the patient. All those are aiming at saving the life of the victim. So this one becomes the most important reason as to why we are giving first aid. Now, as I said before, I have just said that first aid is rendered or given at a place where the accident has occurred. Please, dear pupil, you may happen to give first aid. Now, you may try to rush the victim to the hospital. Please, this first aid is mostly necessarily given to the place of accident. Now, we are going to the second thing. By giving first aid, we have tools for giving first aid. Tools for giving first aid. So let's see. Tools for giving first aid. Tools for giving first aid. There must be some tools that we can use to give first aid. Some of these tools are known to you because you have gone through them in Standard 2 and perhaps Standard 1. And now let's just have a review of them. One of those tools are pair of scissors. Pair of scissors. The other one, hand glove. The other one, maybe bandage. We can have painkillers and other that we'll see. Now, let's just see, we have said one. Our first tool, or one of the tools, will be pair of scissors. Pair of scissors. The other one, we may have bandage. Bandage. The other one, we'll have pills. Pills. These are also known as painkillers. Painkillers. So, we may have Panadol. The other one is hand glove. Hand glove. Or hand gloves. These are just some of the tools or materials that we may use to give first aid. We can also add a razor blade. Let me just add here razor blade. Now, dear pupils, remember, when offering first aid to any victim, please first put on any glove. You may not know, for example, a bleeding person may have some infection, perhaps HIV. Now, when you do this first aid barehanded, you may find yourself getting some consequences. Now, please advise your fellow also to be putting on any glove whenever giving or offering first aid. Well, now these materials are kept in a certain device. So we have to know the meaning of that device. Now this device whereby these tools are kept is called first aid kit. First aid kit, or you can say first aid box. Now, don't get confused in first aid and first aid kit. First aid kit is a tool used or device or a box used to contain all these first aid tools together with the one that I may not have mentioned here. So we say, just to note that a device used to keep first aid tools or first aid material, to keep first aid materials is called first aid kit. First aid kit or first aid box. First aid kit or first aid box. After there, let's just see areas where we can render first aid. Areas where we can render first aid. So let's check. Areas where first aid can be rendered or given. So don't get confused by the word rendered or it simply means given. Now we have different areas or different accidents that we can, when occur, we can offer first aid. Some of these are nose bleeding. Nose bleeding. Nose bleeding. When it happens that a person has nose bleeding, maybe due to a knock, the head has been knocked, for some reasons, he or she should be given first aid. So this is among the areas that we can offer first aid.